This homestay is the best homestay, Latara Homestay in Sohra. Good morning guys from Latara Homestay in Sohra, which is Cherrapunji. DC traveler was supposed to stay here for Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. We have a booking for 3 days. Today is Wednesday, but today we also have an invitation from my friends in Rivai village. It's a village in Meghalaya, very close to Maulindong, which is a more famous village as the cleanest village in Asia, Maulindong. So very next to Maulindong is Rivai village, where I've made some friends and you saw them in the earlier vlogs. So I made those friends when I came here back in 2019. So now we have an invitation from their family to stay the night there. If I was not going there, then in Sohra there happens a market and you get all sorts of indigenous food and a lot of happening things to see in that Wednesday market. And I had a plan to go there with my host here, Betty. You met her, or you saw her rather, in the vlog where we went to have soup momo in Sohra. But that unfortunately will not happen. I was so looking forward to seeing that market, but that's okay. Everything cannot happen. So I want to talk about this homestay before we leave here, because the host Batemon, we were planning to make a market video with her, but since that is not happening, so I don't think then she will get a lot of footage on this series, which is not what I had planned for her. I wanted to give some footage to her and this homestay because she's such a lovely person. And this homestay is the friendliest homestay you will find in Sohra. So if you have a plan to stay in Sohra ever, then look for Latara Homestay. It's very close to, it's just a minute's, not even a minute's walk from the main center of Sohra, where the taxis drop you. You can ask somebody, Latara Homestay. Why I say that, ask somebody and not book online, is because the online booking for this homestay is managed by some other party and they charge higher money than what the owner gets. The owner is giving the rooms for 1,500 rupees a night, and online it sells for 2,000, 2,500, also 3,000 also, depending on what kind of season it is. And another thing is about Batemon herself. Now, because I'm practically leaving from here today and tomorrow I'm just coming for checkout, she also offered me to check out today. Just check out today. I said I don't want to carry all my stuff over there because I have a big huge backpack and I don't want to carry everything there. So that's why I'm not checking out. So then she said, you can keep all your stuff in my place, because she lives right here. So this is the building of the homestay and that's where she lives. That's their home. She said, keep all the stuff with me, you check out. So that's how friendly they are. And every evening she would invite me home, because they have a heater. They sit around the heater, they chat. So Betty is not getting a lot of footage, but she does deserve a shout out. This homestay is the best homestay, Latara Homestay in Sohra. I just want to quickly show you the homestay as well. I don't know if let me first look at my clothes if they're dried. I washed them yesterday. This one is pretty much dried. The others are still a little bit wet. I think I'll let them be here. Let's collect them tomorrow, because no other guest is here. So I don't think anybody would be needing this space. So I'll quickly give you a little tour of the homestay. So this is the terrace, as you can make out, of the homestay. Now we will go down. Let's close this. And this is like the common area where you can have your lunch, dinner, everything is served here. Whatever you order comes and gets placed here, and you can either have it in your room, or I would prefer to have it here. And then this is where somebody at night would sleep to, who's in charge of the property. This is one room, this is another room. Both are locked right now because there's no other guest. And this is our room, and this is the main entrance. And so yeah, you go out from here. There is there's the space where you can park your bike, as I've done. And from that gate you go down, and that's their house. And there in that area that you see, a lot of kids gather in the evening to play. The kids who live down there and in this area generally. This is the board which is not which is a bit rusty now. It says Latara Homestay. Reception is down. Okay, let me show you the room here. So this is a decent looking room, not very luxurious of course, but it's a homestay, guys. There's this table, nice bed, quite good blankets. This is your handsome DC traveler. This is the view from the bathroom. Hot water, noodle shower head, which we have not used because you don't feel like having bath here, guys. Now, not that I have not been having bath, I just had bath now, but it's so cold, especially in winter, and this is end of November now. Let me also tell you the peak winter time here. Where should I go now? Let's go up because it's better lighting there. Yeah, the peak winter here. The peak winter here is January. Yeah, now while we're talking about Sohra and the homestay in Sohra, let me also give you some information about Sohra which I learned from Betty when I was talking to her when I just arrived here, and I was waiting for the room to be cleaned, and then lunch was being prepared and all that. So that time we had a nice chat, and she told me a very interesting thing. That the way it works here is there's a headman in the town, and any woman who gets married or wants to start a business, they can ask the headman for the land, and the land is given to them for free. Yes, if a woman here gets married, then she gets a piece of land, she can build a house, and if somebody wants to start a business, they can ask the headman and they are given land, they can start their business. That's how it works. And if some Khasi person from outside Sohra comes to Sohra and lives here for 10 years, then they also get that privilege. So if a Khasi woman from outside Sohra comes and lives even on rent in Sohra for 10 years, she then would become like the citizen of Sohra. And then when she gets married, she can also ask for the land from the headman and will be given the land. That's how it works. And so I was saying then, is the headman permanent, or is there election happening? So I think every year, she said, election happens, but one headman can continue forever if he keeps getting selected. Another interesting fact that I learned is that in the election they call it darbar. So that darbar is held every year for the selection of headman, and this is the part you may not expect from the matrilineal culture. Okay, first let me give you some background of the matrilineal culture. Matrilineal culture is something that Khasi people across Meghalaya follow. In this culture, women are more important than men generally, as in when a man and a woman get married, the man comes and stays with the woman's family, not the other way around. In other cultures of India, a woman would go to the husband's house, but not here. Husband would come to the woman's house. Also, the children will get the last name of the woman, of the mother, not of the husband. And all the property of the family is inherited by the youngest woman of the family, not by the oldest man or men of the family, as it happens generally across India. And I'm not here going to make any judgment as to which one is better, okay, although I do have an idea or my opinion on it, but this is not about that. I'm just describing the culture. Now, that is matrilineal. So you would think that in Darbar, the election of chairman, for electing him, the vote would be either with men and women or with women, because it's matrilineal culture. But quite counterintuitive, and this was interesting for me, the vote only lies with men. For the election of headman, she said only men can vote. Women do not have a vote in that. So that's some interesting information about Sohra, Cherrapunji. And you saw this homestay and you learned about Batemon. Now hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and don't forget the beautiful bell icon as well.